5, 10, 20, 40 offers are possible, if not upwards.
Wisconsin's real estate market is red hot right now. Prices are rising, sales are happening fast, and buyers are scrambling to outbid each other. It's a seller's market for sure, but is it sustainable? We're asking Dave Clark. He's an associate dean and professor of economics at Marquette University. He also analyzes data for the Wisconsin Realtors Association. Dr. Clark, thank you for joining us on this topic today. It's such a competitive market for buyers right now. Why is this happening?
Well, it does come down to supply and demand. So we have very tight inventories such that homes don't stay on the market very long. And we have relatively strong demand. You have the millennial generation is buying homes, forming households. The economy has recovered relatively quickly from the decline that we saw as a result of the pandemic, and mortgage rates are at very low levels. And so it's kind of a perfect storm when it comes to factors that heat up a housing market.
Have you ever seen a market like this before? I mean, people are offering way over asking price. They're saying we don't even need to do a home inspection. They're getting rid of contingencies. Have you seen this?
So were there some parallels to what happened as a result of the meltdown that took place in 2007 and 2008? There are. I mean, that was a market that was overheated as well, but for different reasons. We had very lax underwriting standards when you look at that time period. Quite frankly, looking at the qualifications of buyers tend to be qualified in a traditional sense in this market. We evaluate their credit histories much more thoroughly than was taking place back then. So that's really where that's the last time we saw a market that was this overheated. But there were fundamental differences between this market and that market. And
you say it's different, but you have to ask: are we headed for another 2008? Do you see a crash coming?
I don't. The circumstances are very different in this market than that one. You got to remember, when you look at the market that existed in 2006, 2007, as soon as housing prices started declining, we ended up with a kind of a house of cards that ultimately led to a significant correction in the price of homes. This market, the debt situation for households, potential buyers has improved. One of the things that millennials have done is they have reduced their debt positions and staying in rental housing for longer than we normally would have expected. And then the labor market has certainly improved, and that has improved their financial circumstances. When you combine that with the record low mortgage rates that we've seen, they are certainly able to sustain those mortgages, even if you see a bit of a downturn sometime in the future, which we don't expect. I mean, we're just coming out of a recession.
Dr. Clark, I want to get to one more question. What's the forecast here in Wisconsin in terms of how long you think this market will last?
Well, housing prices are going up at a pretty healthy clip. So if you look at kind of the year-to-date numbers through April, median prices are up 12.5%, and that's a reflection of tight supply and strong demand. I expect that those prices will continue to rise at a pretty healthy clip. Eventually, though, and by eventually I mean 2, 3, 4 years down the line, inventories will improve. That doesn't take place in the short term. That takes place in the long term.
Okay, Dr. Clark, we appreciate your expertise. Thank you.
It was my pleasure.
Next, it's been debated in state houses across the country. Now the controversy over critical race theory is coming here.